This is Brian with ActiveMelody.com. Well, for this week's guitar lesson, we're going to go reggae. And most of what gives reggae its sound, its signature sound from a guitar perspective, is the rhythm. It's a very percussive rhythm where you play on the offbeat. And I'm going to show you how to play that. We're going to use 3 basic chords, so it's very simple to do from a chording perspective. It's not very complicated. But I'm going to show you how to play it and how to think about it. And I'm also going to show you how to play a rhythmic lead part that fits nicely on top of the chords. Like this. 1 and 2 and 3 and 4 and. Everywhere that I said and was an offbeat. But in reggae, you're playing on the offbeat. So that's really all there is from the timing perspective, and that's consistent throughout any reggae song. You'll hear that rhythm always on the offbeat. So let me show you how to play the chords that we're going to use. There's 3 chords. These are basic chords. And then I'll show you the strum pattern with the right hand. So the first chord is a B minor 7 chord. So we're going to bar the first 6 string, or all 6 strings I should say, on the 7th fret. Ring finger goes down on the 9th fret 5th string. It's a B minor 7 chord. The next chord is an E minor 7. So we're going to keep the bar on the 7th fret, but this time our middle finger is going to go down on the 8th fret 2nd string. Ring finger goes down on the 9th fret 4th string. And we're going to play strings 5, 4, 3, 2, and 1. You don't need to play that 6th string. So that's your E minor 7. So you have your B minor 7, E minor 7, and then the last chord is just an A chord. It's just an A major bar chord. I'm barring all 6 strings on the 5th fret, and then these 3 fingers are making up the E chord shape. So if you think of an E chord down in first position, slide it up, and then bar it here on the 5th fret. That's your A chord now. So you have B minor 7, E minor 7, A. Those are the 3 chords. Now the one thing you'll notice is when I play the chords that they don't ring out. So you're not hearing, you're hearing a real quick little controlled burst of sound. And what allows you to do that is left hand muting. And so all you have to do for left hand muting, if you're not familiar with it, or even if you are, maybe there's something you'll pick up on this. But the way that I do it is I just keep my fingers exactly where they are to make the chord, and then I just release them. So I'm pushing down, obviously creating the pressure there to play the note, and then I release the tension like that. So you can see it release there. And by doing that, it ends the sound. But you get to keep your fingers in place, so you're not having to like take them off the fretboard. So that allows you to play like that, little bursts. And that's what you want to practice. If you're new to that style of playing, and this works on an acoustic or electric guitar, it does. Once you're able to do that, that opens up a whole world of possibility for playing rhythm. Once you're able to control those mutes with the left hand, that's where rhythm starts to happen. So those are the 3 chords. That's how you strum it. Now the other thing I should mention is to keep the right hand in motion. And you'll notice that, so if we're counting it out, I'm doing a downstroke. It's actually more like a muted downstroke on the 1. So slowly it looks like this. 1 and 2 and 3 and. You can see my hand stays in motion even on the notes that I'm not playing. Now I find that to be easier than just playing. It's easier to screw it up that way, I think, than if you keep your hand in motion. So it's more like you're padding like this. That's easier than if you're just going. Okay, so that's the last little tip on that. Now let's put it all together and let me show you how to play the chords for this particular song. So then the way that we play this is we start on that B minor 7, and then when we get to the and, after 4 and, that's where I play the E minor 7. So you can count that out in your head. You can say 1 and 2 and 3 and 4 and. There's the E minor 7. Then we go back to the B minor 7. Okay, so let's try that just from the beginning. 1 and 2 and 3 and 4 and 1 and 2 and 3 and 4 and. Now that time on the and, I did a down up stroke. Now that's somewhat breaking that's the A chord. And so that's the only time the A is played is in that point. And then we go right back to the B minor 7. That's it. It's just those 3 chords. So from the beginning we have 1 and 2 and 3 and 4 and 1 and 2 and 3 and 4 and. All right, so let me go this. Here we go. 1, 2, 3. All right, so that rhythm lead part that I mentioned is just 2 notes, and we go back and forth. There's some palm muting that's happening to give it that real poppy, percussive sound. But here's what we're going to learn. That's it. It's that simple, but I could just keep looping that over and over again. And as simple as that sounds, it actually works really well with the jam track. In fact, let me just play along with the jam track so that you can hear it in context, and then I'll explain how to do it. Just play the B minor pentatonic scale. You can play any of the patterns, and you can play all day long in that. It's very fun to do. So